Hurricane Hilary approaches, and it could reach Southern California tomorrow. A tropical storm has not hit California since 1939. This is a look at that 1939 storm before the days of the precise storm tracking. So it caught people completely off guard, and 93 people were killed at land and sea. 11 inches of rain fell, washing away homes from Huntington Beach to Malibu, and winds reached 65 miles an hour. As we welcome in Jessica Birch. Jessica, you are a busy girl this morning as you're tracking this. Tell us about how you're tracking this storm, which is now a hurricane.
Exactly. Now we're at a Category 4 for a hurricane. Let's actually head over to the vid wall real fast. I'm going to show you a couple things that you really want to pay a close attention to. First things first, the National Hurricane Center updates this every 6 hours, the track. So as we're looking at it right now, max winds are at 145 miles per hour. That's a Category 4 in full force. It'd be 157 if it were to be a Category 5. And as we take a look at the track too, Nicole, watch this. As it heads north, look at the different colors that we're seeing. We're seeing yellow, we're seeing green. That's the sea surface temperature. This hurricane's going to start decaying right around the corner as it makes its way into California because the sea surface temperatures are a lot cooler. It's going to hit landfall. That also helps it decay. So by the time it actually hits San Diego, the biggest concern for us is actually, of course, flooding, flash flood advisories.
So you see it loses that gravity, that weight, 60 miles per hour once it gets to Southern California.
Exactly.
What makes this different in Southern California, what they're going to experience to us here in Northern California?
I mean, look right behind us. This is issued by the National Hurricane Center. I actually stole this directly from their website just so you could see. They're going to be dealing with the greatest chance of flash flooding within the next 5 days. So if you have loved ones, I mean, I have family in Las Vegas that I'm thinking about right now to call right after these shows just so they're prepared. I mean, this is going to come fast and it's going to come quick, and they're used to flash flooding due to the fact that they're in a desert. Look at San Diego and San Francisco, the contrast though. I mean, we see a chance of showers here locally in the Bay Area, but as I look at different models right now, and I've been keeping a close eye on this all morning, it looks like we're really just getting the remnants of it because that storm's tracking more off to the east.
Okay, so I don't understand the difference here between the American model and the European model. Can you explain that to us?
We use a whole bunch of different models here in our weather center, and of course, these kind of just give us that finite, how much are we going to get, how much of an impact it's going to give. And right now, they're kind of hand in hand, one showing a little bit more chances of showers, one showing a little bit less. But as this hurricane's starting to develop, really, we're going to keep a close eye on the direction of it. That's the most important part. That'll determine how much rain we get in the Bay.
Okay, so you mentioned showers, rain. What makes this different than the atmospheric rivers? Because that was a big trending word last year. We had a lot of it, and the scary thing about that is flooding.
Absolutely, and think about it. We've had 17 atmospheric rivers this year. When is the last time we've heard of hurricanes on the West Coast?
Never. I'm from here.
1939 was the last time we even saw a tropical storm move its way into the West Coast. So lots of differences. But you know what? At the surface level, here at the ground, what Southern Californians are going to notice the most, it's just the strong winds and the strong rain and that chance of flooding. That's what we're concerned about. And that's honestly, atmospheric rivers and hurricanes, way different. But when it comes to how it's going to impact us, kind of has a very similar feel. So we'll keep a close eye on that.
Sure, and it's going to impact Southern California a lot more than it's going to impact Northern California. Let's go to San Clemente now. They're pushing rocks and sand higher up on the beaches, hoping to protect buildings from the storm surge. There are also concerns about landslides in areas already dealing with erosion. San Clemente is spreading plastic over vulnerable hillsides and taking a close look at the coastal rail line below the bluffs. There's also a problem at some SoCal beaches, not enough sand.
That stretch of the coastline has been starved of sand for decades. It's now trying to survive with very little sand in the system. So the efforts that we're taking to put more sand in are going to be good for that whole stretch of the coastline, but we need to do more.
As I said, Jessica is busy right now. Our First Alert weather team will continue to track Hurricane Hilary throughout the day and this weekend as it approaches Southern California.